right, if you're with us online, go ahead and set up your space, start to get your equipment ready, and we're going to get started shortly. See you online, Paul. I see your question. So underneath the video you're looking at right now, there will be a list of movements that we're doing today, as well as equipment that you will need for the day. If you don't have the equipment, don't worry. I'll give some alternatives for you. All right, welcome back to, oh no, I'm sorry. I just shut that right on you. Yeah, totally intentional. If this is your first class with us online, thank you so much for being here. If this is your first class in person, thank you as well. If you're here in person, always have the equipment that you need up on the board, as well as the movements that we have for the day. If you're online, feel free to take a look at the description of the class right below the video you're watching right now. It'll have the movements that we have for today, as well as the equipment that you need. For this class specifically, we have about a 6-minute warm-up at the start. The workout is, we have 4 rounds total. Each round consists of 2 movements that will superset 4 times. So what that looks like is we'll do movement 1 for 30 seconds, go into movement 2 for 30 seconds, that's 1 set. They'll move back into movement 1 again for 30 seconds, movement 2 for 30 seconds, that's the second set. We'll do 4 sets of that, that's 1 round done. You'll get a little rest period and we'll move on to the next round. We'll have a stretch cool-down routine at the end and then send you on your way. Today, movements that we have. First movement is you pick your own ratio, but it's a superset. The movement is stance jacks with burpees. So remembering with those stance jacks, those feet are starting together. When you jump those feet out, you're pushing those hips back, okay? As you're coming down over to the opposite knee, shin, or ankle, depending on what that mobility is, back together and then over to the opposite side, okay? Burpees, that's where you're coming down to the floor, jumping those feet back, jumping back in. And then you can add an additional jump at the top and or push up at the bottom if you want a little extra work and being a little bit more specific of what you're doing. Next one we have is going to be heavy dumbbell squats. So for this, you'll have your dumbbells. You just kind of bring them up to about shoulder height, okay? And with anytime we're going heavy, if you're newer to the class, haven't done the movement a lot, don't worry about that heavy. It's just if you've been here a while, feel pretty comfortable with those movements, you can go a bit heavier. When we're going heavier, you're just moving a little bit slower, a little bit more controlled, maybe jumping up 5, 10, 15 pounds from what you normally use, okay? Just adding a little bit of different dynamic to the workout. If you're at home and you don't have weight, go and make those jump squats, okay? You're going to be a very cardio-heavy first round, but I believe in you. Invest in weights. Makes it have to do less cardio. The next round, we have heavy RDL superset with a bent-over row. So when we're doing those RDLs, focusing on that glute activation, okay? Pushing those hips back, keeping those glutes activated when you're at the bottom. This is where you can add that row if you want to add any bent over rows in this position, okay? And then pushing those hips forward, squeezing those glutes, pulling those shoulder blades back and down to also squeeze the upper back. This one as well, your own ratio. So you could do 1 RDL into 1 bent over row. You could do 1 RDL into 5 bent over rows. You could do 5 RDLs into 1 bent over row. It's whatever you want. If you want a little bit more back work or a little bit more of that glute work. One thing though, when we're doing those bent over rows, a lot of times, you'll see this, glutes are engaged, really strong. Once you go here, once you go to row, glute shut off, core shuts off, you do the row, then you re-engage them, pull yourself back up, okay? Be really intentional about keeping those glutes on and that strong brace throughout that whole movement, okay? And if you're at home for that one, you don't have those movements, go and just do body weight RDL. Hands will be up overhead, keep those shoulder blades back and down, push those, so you're doing the exact same movement, but you're keeping those hands out in front. If you want it, you don't need a lot of weight for that, so if you want, you can have even just cans of soup or something. You can hold them up there for a little couple pounds of weight. It's going to be really difficult on that upper back and those shoulders, okay? So be intentional about keeping those glutes on. Next one we got, mountain climbers supersetted into push-ups. So mountain climbers down the floor, jumping those knees, alternating those knees up, okay? And then you're going down into a push-up. You can also make it an animal pose push-up if you want, so you can come back into that floor squat and then forward into a push-up. Again, your own ratio here, so if you want more of that chest, floor, movement, strength, I don't know what I'm saying, my brain's broken. Or you can have a little bit more cardio with those mountain climbers, okay? Again, your own ratio, you can do 10 and 2, 1 and 5, totally up to you. Next one we have is kettlebell snatches with lunges. So remembering that those snatches, this is where you have, if you don't have a kettlebell, that's totally fine. You can also just use a dumbbell, okay? You're just using a single hand, starting here. Again, biggest thing when we're doing these, we don't want to be twisting, or when we're pulling, we don't want to be throwing a lot of different twists and motions with that, okay? So powering from that lower body, you're throwing that weight up, catching it high up into the air. If you want to go a little bit heavier or that feels uncomfortable, you can always pull it right up to the shoulder and then do a shoulder press to get the rest of the way up, okay? And then from here, going down into a lunge, letting it come back down. Once you do, then you're doing the opposite side lunge. So you're alternating lunges the whole time, but you're staying on that same arm for 30 seconds, okay? Next movement, we're switching over to that other opposite side, all right? For this one, if you're at home for one of the movements, go and do, if you don't have weights, go ahead and do alternating lunge jumps, okay? Superset with downward dog press. So for that one, down on the floor, fingertips towards each other. So where you're dipping your head down to the floor, pressing yourself back up from there, okay? Again, scapula really strong, core really strong with that one. Next movement we have on the list is going to be crunches, superset with side power planks. So biggest thing when we're doing crunches, a lot of time, we don't do crunches a lot because a lot of times they can be done wrong and we don't want to hurt ourselves. But let's all lay down real quick. We're going to go over proper crunch technique, make sure we're all doing it right. So when we're laying on our back, right now you'll feel that low gap between your low back and the floor probably. Go and just push that low back into the floor to get rid of that space there. Okay, so from here, you've turned on your activation for the core. If you release that low back from the ground, you'll feel that core shut off. Once you push it back down, you'll feel that core activate. So from here, we don't want to be crunching the head forward or leaning the head forward. We want the head to stay exactly where it is in basically alignment with those shoulders, okay? So the head's only going up as far as the shoulders are. So press that low back into the floor and then just crunch your way up. And it's not a big movement, okay? You're just really lifting your upper back, your shoulders, maybe a little bit of your rhomboids off the floor, being intentional of that core lifting you, controlling yourself back down. Keep that core active all the way up, all the way down, and don't let the head start going forward, okay? Also, we don't want the hands on the head pulling the head forward. The head should stay exactly right above those shoulders. So pay attention. If the first movement you feel when you're going off the ground or once you start going up is this, don't go that far, okay? Just go as far as you can keep that positioning, all right? For the next movement that we have is going to be those side power planks, which we've done a few times. So remembering, over on the side, crunching, squeezing the elbow towards the feet, feet towards the elbows, activating those obliques. And then once we get back to it, we'll just flip over opposite side, okay? Any questions before we get started? No. All right, so first movement, though, that we have today is going to be stance jacks supersetted with burpees. So remembering what those, got so many confused looks. I was going through it again. I think a lot of people thought I had a stroke right there. Oh, man. All right, starting with those jumping jacks, pelvic floor up and in, keep that core strong. Job, keep that bracing, keep that control, pelvic floor is up and in, that core is strong. Air squats, pushing those hips back and down, those knees staying in line with those toes. Remember, keep those glutes on. Weight even on those feet, knees in line with those toes. Keep those glutes on. Marches. Remember, this one, we're really trying to warm up that core, so make sure that core is a part of that knee drive. Only at about 40, maybe 50% effort. We're not overly pushing it yet, just warming up those muscles, getting those joints ready. Lunges, alternating. Weight stays even on that front leg. Knee in line with that toe. Keep that front leg glute on. Remember, stay braced. Weight even on that foot. The arch is strong into the floor. Arm circles. Full range of motion. Reverse. Inchworms into those push-ups. Don't round that low back. Bend those knees to walk out if you need. Again, your own ratio for this one. How many push-ups you want to do on each one. How long you want to hold that stretch. Listen to your body to figure that out. Jumping jacks, round 2 of that warm-up. Picking up that tempo, maybe closer to 60, 70% effort. Remember, stay braced. Air squats. Hips back and down, knees in line. Picking up that tempo. We're still controlling. Feet strong into the floor. Keep those glutes on. Weight even on the feet. Don't lose that bracing. Marches. Remember, working on that core here. Still braced. Lunges, alternating. If you want, you can add that little bit. Thoracic rotation. Twisting towards that knee that's in front. Arches of those feet still strong. Knees still in line. Still braced. Arm circles. Really reach, full range of motion. Warm up those shoulders. Reverse. Inchworms into those push-ups. Don't round out low back, bend those knees. Take a break, 1 minute, and we're starting the workout. First round, stance jack supersetted with those burpees. Your own ratio here of what you want. You could do all one or all the other too. Could be a ratio of 0. Superset with those heavy dumbbell squats. Keep your mat out if you want it. Sometimes it can stick to your feet, so I don't like it, but you can have it. "15 seconds. We're starting the workout. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Stance jacks into those burpees. Feet start together, jump out, over to nice. Back. Be sure you're pushing those hips back and into that twist. Keep those glutes on. Nice job, nice job. Stay with it, stay with it. Dumbbell squat. Keep those glutes. Stance jacks, burpees. Stay brace. Light on those knees. Dumbbell squat. Woo. Stance jacks, burpees. Let's go, y'all. Stay braced. Dumbbell squat. Stance jacks, burpees. Woo, last set, let's go. Dumbbell squat. Woo. Take a break. Woo. Nice work. Woo. I think I'm losing my mind over you, and I go 30 seconds. Heavy RDL. Superset with that bent over row. With that mountain climber. Superset it with those push-ups. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Don't let those knees cave in. Still keep them in line with those toes. Nice. Good job. Mountain climbers into those push-ups. Your own ratio.
Faces here are blurry, and the only thing I see is you and me. It's you and me. Oh, I zone out of conversation. Try to focus, but it's not that easy. That easy. Trying to find you in that crowd again.
RDL. Bent over row.
I think I'm losing my
Mountains into those push-ups. Stay braced.
Trying not to burn, but if it's alright. I've been sitting here, hands on the wire. Trying not to fall, but I think I'm not. I've been sitting here with my head on fire. Trying not to burn, but if it's alright. I've been sitting here, trying not to lose my mind.
RDL.
Both hands holding on to the wire. Impossible. Impossible.
Mountains. Woo. RDL. Last set. Mountains. Let's go, let's go. You got it. Come on. Stay with it. Take a break. Woo. Nice job. Yos. Snatches. Coming next. We got 4 minutes of weighted lunges every 30 seconds. Switching that snatch arm from floor to ceiling, or if that's difficult, you can come to shoulder and then press it up. If you have a kettlebell, don't let that kettlebell come out into the front, drop over the top, hit you in the back of the wrist, okay? Think of rotating your wrist around so it's never hitting you in the wrist, okay? Start slow with those in 5, 3, 2, 1. Snatches. Switch, opposite arm. Remember, don't twist. Stay strong through that snatch. It's about control, balance, coordination. It's not about speed. Switch. Stay braced. Scapula strong. Keep that glute on. Stay braced. Switch. Sides. Woo. Come on. Switch. Woo. Halfway there, y'all. Come on. That quality. Switch. Slow down that tempo if you need. Switch. Last set, come on. Keep that quality. Switch. Last one. Take a break. Woo. Core time. The best part, laying down. Don't worry, take your time coming down to the floor. "15 seconds. Remember, don't bring that chin any closer to that chest. Keep that positioning you have right now. You're lifting from the hips, the shoulder blades up to the head. That's your angle point. Press that low back into the floor in 3, 2, 1. We're not crunching very far up. Keep that low back. Constant contact with the floor. Pelvic floor is up and in. Keep that core strong. Should be feeling it in those abdominals the whole time. Side power plank. We're up, squeezing obliques, ankles.
I cannot stand losing you. Whoa, whoa. All these feelings intertwined. Oh, fighting the urge to reach out.
Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Don't just hold that position.
I can't help it, I'm so into you.
Crunches. Back onto the back.
Maybe we can
Low back pressing the floor. We're up.
again. I know. Put this behind us. We
Still
can
braced.
find this again.
Pelvic floor up and in.
I was alone in this world, and I needed people. I know my funeral gon' be lit, 'cause now I treat people. I don't wanna go, I don't wanna.
Should be looking up at the ceiling the whole time. If you're looking forward, you're bending that neck. Side power plank. Elbows to feet, feet to elbows. Use those obliques. Straight line from ankle, knee, hip to shoulder. Crunches, we're down. Low back press into the floor. Let's go.
Swerving between emotions. I know we got real issues. Can't give in so easily. Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
If you're not crunching that head, you're probably starting to feel that
With no fight,
burn up through that neck.
I'm just trying to play my part.
That's what you want.
I'm not ready to let go. Whoa, whoa.
Working those deep abdominals. Side plank.
We can put this behind us. Maybe we can find us again. I know. Put this behind us.
Use those
Can
obliques.
find us again. 'Cause I don't wanna go. I was alone in this world, and I needed people. I know my funeral gon' be lit, 'cause how I treated people. I don't wanna go.
Crunches. Last set. Make them good. Looking straight up above you the whole time. Don't let those shoulders go all the way down to the floor. Keep that core engaged. Side plank. Last one, y'all. Come on. Pelvic floor up and in. That core is strong. Shoulder blades back and down. Sink into that rhythm. You got it. Squeeze those obliques. Take a break. Woo. My peeps at home. Nice work today. My peeps in class. Nice work today. Good job. Nice work, yo. Nice job. stop the pace. The more I like you, the harder I'll work you. Nice job. Nice job. Sorry. Coming low for it. As you're starting to clean up that space, remember, start slowing that breathing down. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. It's a good thing this room gets mopped. Huh? Yeah, it's a good thing they do mop it. You get pretty rough in here pretty quick. Whenever you're ready, we'll start with those deeper breaths. Really starting to work on slowing that breathing down. Inhaling through the nose on the way up. Exhaling out through the mouth on the way down. On that inhale, remember, bring that breath down into that belly. Spend most of the day stressed, breathing through the chest, the traps, the shoulders. Really get a full inhale. Whenever you're ready, go and release that arm across. First stretch. Keeping that right shoulder blade backing down, holding it in position. Looking to stretch the back side of the shoulder here. Through all these stretches, keeping that slight brace posture, keeping those breaths stretching a little further on each exhale. When you're ready, go and release. Switch. Pull out first arm behind, grab that elbow. Back arm going in between those scapula. If you find yourself bent forward, really pull those shoulder blades back and down, open that chest up. When you're ready, go and release and switch. Those arms, hands behind the back, interlock the fingers, shoulder blades back and down, chest up and open. I'm gonna roll the head in there. When you're ready, go and release, inhale up and in. On that exhale, dropping all the way down to the floor into that full floor squat, working on keeping those heels down. Can't quite get those heels down. You keep your weight on your hands, working yourself a little bit deeper in that floor squat every time. If you have those heels down, remember, sit up tall. If you want more inner thigh stretch, elbows inside knees, palms together. Press those palms down, opening up those hips. Always feel free to have a little bit of movement in this. A little massage for that hip joint. When you're ready, we're going to twist down into all fours. From here, keeping those hips high, dropping down into that puppy pose. Sending those arms out in front. Letting that chest drop down to the floor. If it feels good, you can always bring those hands back behind the head. Give it a little bit more of a stretch. Ready, you can slowly bring yourself up. You can turn sideways on your mat if you'd like, because we're going to take a wide knee position for a wide child's pose, feet coming together. And extending, dropping that chest down towards the floor. And when you're ready, we're going to walk those hands over to the left, stretching through that right body, right side. As you're ready, you're gonna walk those hands back to center and then over to that right, stretching that left side. Center, bringing ourselves back up. We're going to move into a seated position, legs out in front. We're going to take that right ankle, bring it back behind, keeping that knee down, leaning back into that quad stretch. As that muscle relaxes, you can always take yourself a little bit deeper, further back and down into that stretch. Try to be sure to keep that knee in contact with the floor. Through the stretches, always remember to breathe. If you're holding your breath, sends a signal that position isn't safe, that muscle won't relax, won't let go. Whenever you're ready, go and slowly bring yourself back up out of that stretch, kicking that leg forward, bringing that opposite ankle back, stretching that left side quad. Bringing yourself back up, kicking that leg forward, laying down onto the back, pulling that right knee up to that chest or armpit, giving it a big squeeze, and pulling that leg across, opposite side of the body, and keeping seeing that opposite arm and shoulder down. And breathe. Feeling that stretch through that torso, maybe into that glute, through that low back. As you're ready, slowly bringing it back to center, giving it one pull into that chest, armpit, dropping that leg down, and bringing that opposite knee up, giving a squeeze in that chest or armpit, pulling that knee across the opposite side of the body. Keeping that opposite arm and shoulder down. And breathe. Center, giving it one last squeeze, dropping that leg down. Then feel free taking your time coming back up to standing. If you want to stay and continue to stretch, feel free. We're running out of time, so we're going to finish out with those breaths. Inhaling up and in through the nose, exhaling down out through the mouth. And these last stretches, last breaths is a thank you to yourself for showing up today, giving the body a little bit of love, a little bit of movement. Showing up for yourself. Nice work today, everybody. Great job. First class of week 2 done. If you're with us online, thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe for updates of when classes go live so you don't have to search for them. And with that, as always, don't forget homework, good solid dinner, drink lots of water, at least those 6 hours of sleep. And we'll see you Wednesday. Have a nice night.